Yeah.
I think it's a bit hot.
Great.
Bit more
We are
hot
also enjoying
down
our
in Kolkata.
monsoon here in India. So, and I am welcoming you to yes, Mr. Jashwant, for connecting us with this river cycle. And Dr. Rajiv Ranjan Mishra, I think he will join within a while because he is in meeting, but he will join within our session. And Antara, I would like to introduce Antara. She is our program director, Ms. Antara Kundu.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
Hello.
And yeah, Antara, please call Simi ma'am as that she can join, and then we will start it immediately.
Sure, sir.
Dr. Simi Mishra, she is our executive director of SDG session. So she will join in just a second. So Ansi, have you visited Kolkata ever? Or any time
No,
in India?
no. I've actually in India, yes. Bangladesh, yes, but Kolkata never. So looking forward to the day.
Advance invitation to you and Jashwant ji to Kolkata, because it's a bank of river Ganges and you will find lots of potentialities to work together. And I think, and secondly, yesterday I had a meeting with the Taiwan government. So they are also interested for such association, and Indonesia government as well. And you know that we are going to organize our international River Congress this year in Nepal, and that will be hosted by the Nepal government. So I think that and there are 130 scientists throughout the world will join, including India, and I think Jashwant will also join on behalf of River Recycle. I requested him to take part in that.
Very good, excellent.
Okay.
Do enjoy beautiful Nepal. Never been there either.
Okay. So anyways, yeah.
All these rivers will pull you there actually, whether it's Kolkata or as it is, you have a vision to install 500 equipments on the river. So it's going to be a world tour for you.
Yes. And I will request you, Ansi, please, whenever you will come in India or in Kolkata, you please plan to keep some time in your hands as that we can visit to the river. We can keep a river expedition session with you and your team along that side of Ganges, because there are lots of things you may find. And I think lots of work opportunities we can find out, and we can communicate with the government of our state as that we can find out some solutions and further collaboration. Yeah, I saw somebody has raised his hand. Atik. Yeah. Yes.
So I called CV ma'am. Actually, ma'am is severely sick. Ma'am will join in a bit, but she can't speak, sir. So shall I start?
Okay. Even Rajiv sir has also faced some medical emergency for his wife. Anyway, I think we may start. Yeah.
Okay.
Antara, please. So Jashwant ji, आप थोड़ा आपके तरफ से बोल दीजिएगा. I will say from our side. Okay. No issue.
Yeah. First of all, thank you, Vijay, for accepting my idea of collaboration. And I think why I incline towards SAIARD is basically where when we pick up any river, we don't have any study or any data available about the floating debris and other things. What we have is water water contamination and other things. So we have to spend a lot of money and energy on understanding the river and its floating debris waste and all. So that is one place. Another is as you know that there are a lot of initiatives on river rejuvenation and river beautification, but none of them consider the river cleaning part. I don't know how they can rejuvenate or beautify the river without cleaning the floating debris. And that has become the largest challenge for all the, whether it's a Delhi Jal Board or BMC on their pump house. lot of plastic clog on their pump houses, and which caused a lot of problem and then a lot of agitation among the people. So that is another thing. And third thing is that since you are now a global agency, so we can develop more projects globally. Ansi will elaborate on this little later. So I think I don't want to bore you with my words or anything. I would love to invite Ansi Bikola. He's our founder and CEO. So Ansi, over to you.
Thank you. I presume Yash has explained in general what we do. I also presume that it has been mostly about India. So I'd like to use the opportunity here to sort of look at our international cooperation in a bit more detail. Let me see if I can share my screen. My entire screen is the only thing I can share. Do you see my screen now?
Not yet, Ansi.
Right. Allow to share screen. Share this screen. You see my screen now?
Yes, we can see now. Okay.
So you now have circular economy model to stop ocean plastics. Is that what you see at the moment? Because I can only see my screen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So I mean, our story began with the fact that we realized that there is a lot of plastic going into the ocean, and that most of that actually goes through the rivers. And that's why we have always been focused, basically starting from the plastic in the rivers. In India, it has not been such an issue, but almost everywhere else, the reality has been that having common understanding among all stakeholders that the river, well, that the river needs to be cleaned. I think everybody agrees with that. Everyone agrees that there should be no plastic in the ocean, and almost everybody agrees there should be none in the rivers. But when we get to the point of who is responsible for cleaning up, then all of a sudden there's nobody available. The waterway authorities tend to shy away from municipal waste because it doesn't belong to them. Municipalities find that it's the other municipalities along the rivers, and thereafter there's very few inquiries for technology suppliers. And we originally started as a technology supplier, and quite frankly, we found out that that is not the way, the solution for cleaning debris from rivers. What makes this even more absurd is the fact that there are billions of dollars from development banks available for projects that save the marine ecosystem. But because no financial model has been found, nobody wants to take a loan to clean a river. And thereafter, we have been working to create river cleaning as a free service. So trying to minimize the cost that goes to the municipality. And in the long run, what we found that means is what you see in the on the slide, the 2.2, establishing mechanical or chemical recycling for the low value plastics. Because what we find is that it is the low value plastics that are in the rivers. The PETs and other high value plastics have usually been taken out before it ever went into the river. And that also works very nicely with the final goal of ours, meaning that gradually there shall be good enough land-based waste management that no longer can we find debris floating in the rivers. And we call this a self-destructing business model, in that we hope to take out the river cleaners within next maybe 50 years. Hopefully, working together, we can do that in 30 years. I think you've all seen what our solutions look like. But at the end of the day, they are fairly technically simple. They are adjusted to the local river condition, but it's actually the technology to treat the low values that makes the difference. So we need to work with the local waste management and other stakeholders in order to create an environment where either chemical or mechanical recycling can start growing. Because it is the demand for these products that we eventually see finally saving the river. Because when these products become desirable enough, then it is in nobody's interest to throw the waste into the river anymore, because it can be utilized and money can be made out of it. So we originally started with 5 countries, and that was actually an intentional risk aversion strategy, because we thought there could be problems in any country. And as a company, we didn't want to take a risk of our only project running into trouble. And therefore, we are active in 5 countries at the moment. But we do see that there's another 10, 20 countries that where we would absolutely need to be as soon as possible. We reached the 1 million kilogram goal 3 weeks ago, and today we are at 1,090,000 kilograms and collecting over 80 tons per month. And we have several negotiations going on in India, and the permits are coming together. But there's still, as you are fully aware, quite a few locations in India where we need to develop the projects so that we have all the parts to make them financially sustainable. On a global scale, we are working on the scientific information, based on the scientific information available at the moment. And these are the 10 most polluting rivers in the world, which we're all having negotiations to have a cleanup operation started around them. But as they say, there are about 1,000 rivers that we should be able to assist. And our solution anyway is only for floating debris. The rivers have several other problems: chemical pollution, wastewater being going into the rivers without any cleaning. So we most certainly need partners and policy changes in all these countries so that cleaning of the rivers, or keeping them clean, becomes a priority. And in that sense, we are extremely happy for this cooperation between us, so that we can tell the story of the solution that we have created, and also keep making it better. It works, but it can always be better. On the climate side, our research shows that for every ton that we recycle, we save about 2.4 tons of CO2, mainly due to the fact that the general solution is to burn the plastics, in which case they create about 3 kilograms of CO2 per kilogram of plastic. As River Recycle, we are currently active in 6 countries with business development professionals in all the countries. And at the headquarters, it's the global funding search, where we are looking at creating a portfolio of projects around the world, and they're getting a single funding arrangement or a limit for them so that we can keep multiplying these wherever the local stakeholders accept it and are joining us in these efforts. So together, our goal is to have 500 sites. That's 500 rivers, basically, and about 1,500 local processing facilities. And with that, the aim is to stop 75% of all riverborne ocean plastics, which in turn should create a 1 billion euro circular economy, which doesn't exist at the moment. And therefore, it will create 1 billion euros a year of prosperity around the places where we are located. We're really looking forward to the cooperation with you on international scale and on the and in India. So I'll stop presenting. Right, now we have the normal screen again. So really looking forward to our cooperation, bringing what we've learned to the massive amount of information that you have already created, and working together to be able to address all the countries of the world where floating debris in the rivers and oceans is a problem.
Well, thank you, Mr. Ansi Mikola. Actually, though we have started already by a presentation, but just let me give you all a proper formal welcome. So, very good afternoon to the distinguished guests, delegates, speakers, and the participants. I'm Antara Kundu, Program Director, South Asian Institute for Advanced Research and Development. On behalf of SAIARD, my heartfelt gratitude to all the esteemed delegates for accepting the invitation and presiding over the MOU signing ceremony and one-day international webinar on recycling on river waste for sustainable future. This event has been organized by SAIARD-Centre for River Affairs, a think tank to connect river with SDGs. Now, I would like to request Dr. Vishwajit Roy Choudhury, Founder Chairperson, SAIARD, and Director General, Centre for River Affairs, to present his thoughts. Over to you, sir.
First of all, thank you, Antara, and first of all, Ansi and Mr. Jeswant for such wonderful presentation on this very pertinent issue and working on that very important factors, that is the river waste management, because that's the thought which we have designed, particularly on the river recycle and river waste management, etc. So that's why what I feel that that South Asian Institute for Advanced Research and Development is working as a think tank and policy advocacy think tank, one kind of to support the government, to support the stakeholders, not the government stakeholders, maybe the academician industry partners, in various cases of research-oriented initiatives. And we have published several research on. But from the very beginning of our SAIARD Institute, SAIARD, we are looking forward to some common natural resource-based management system, that is the river. And you will be happy to know that through that center, we are worked several initiatives. We have taken several lots of programs like capacity building programs, more than 200 dialogues we have organized in different various issues. And after that, we thought that there should be a center. Through that way, that center should be a central or nodal point through which we can connect the world. And connect the world means not only the academician or researcher, but also the stakeholders, industry partners, those who are, our life is related with the rivers, because we know that river is called the lifeline of civilization. And I say that river is everything from ecology to economy. And if we can focus river, and that is directly or indirectly related with our other SDG goals as well. And in that respect, we thought that there should be a particular center of excellence, which particularly dealing on the river and related issues. And not only that, to highlight the river related problems, but to reach them in front of the decision makers, policy frameworks, and connecting the world through the different stakeholders, their technologies, as that we can solve that problem. And that's why whenever I have started discussion with Mr. Jeswant regarding this river related initiatives, and then I'm really impressed to see the work of river recycle, and I'm very happy to say that today we are going to sign a formal MOU, and not only that, we are looking forward not only for Indian perspective, but also to give some solutions, particularly in case of river waste management throughout the world. And in that way, and I would like to share some those who will not be able to know about our Center for River Affairs website. I would like to share some points through our website, and hopefully you can get an idea, vivid idea about the philosophy of that Center for River Affairs as well as its concept behind it. So I think we can, is it visible, Antara?
It's coming up.
Okay, so the Center for River Affairs, it's a think tank connecting the river and SDGs. That is the main agenda, is the think river differently. This is, and also let's take a pledge of save river to save our future. So it is the concept which I think we majorly forget, because river is one of the part where we are looking forward to the river resources, river ecology, river, etc., in separate manner, but not river in a holistic way. And I think this is the most important. If we can go for it, the river-related issues, highlighted the river-related issues through an institutional matter, institutional way, then it will be better for our to understand what river is. And that's why there are three main concepts, that is the river science, river policy, and river education. Because you know that the river is not is a very like that issues which is not till now in a holistic way in a policy framework part. Most of the cases river is seen as a part of the interboundary river water sharing mode. But I think now this is the time we have to think river in a different way. That's why this concept is there. And you will be happy to know, everybody, that our institution is already got recognized by the Ministry of Jal Shakti, I mean the water resource, as the regional capacity building center after we signed an MOU with them on 1st of September 2021. So these are the different parts. This is the most important, that is the Global River Alliance, which we have designed, particularly to highlight, to bring the world in a single umbrella to say about the river. And these, within this Global River Alliance, if you click on this link, you will find a particular web page there in the where we may find there several countries have already been associated. And the major objective of that conservation and river restoration, capacity building, to understand river, the climate change adaptation, policy advocacy, and river stakeholder engagement, which is most important. And the prima facie of this Global River Alliance is that the river and SDGs, because throughout the world, you know that river is communicating with the SDG is a very common concept, and most of the people, most of the country are taking their agenda how to solve the SDG problems. So I think this is the most important part, to connect the river with the SDG issues. And on that basis, we are looking forward to connect, to organize, connect the world through this Global River Alliance, through our first Global River Alliance meet. And I think the river recycle will be one of the stakeholders whenever we will associate with them. So there are several divisions of this Center for River Affairs, and where through which there are several wings are there. Focus areas are versatile, that is the agriculture, tourism, heritage, conservation, water management, landscape, transport, everything. And also there are some several divisions, that is the river diagnosis, river ecology, river economy, river hazard, wetlands, river informatics, river policy, delta, particularly the delta is one of the major parts of that. You will find several academia research parts as well, which we have done. Several awards we have started, that is the for River Rejuvenation Award, River Conservator Award, Scientist-Based River Scientist Award. I think it will be helpful to encourage the young researchers or upcoming researchers and the organizations too for support to do lots of work. And we have already started Professor S.R. Basu Memorial Award on that we have. And secondly, I must say, particularly to the upcoming generations, that who would like to think in a different way, they can be a part of our river internship program. And it's a joint expedition, one kind of, and river internship program. Already we have several students has joined throughout India, not only India, but other parts of country. And several ways we can focus on the river framing research problems, designing the research tools, projecting the ground verifications, analyzing data, and also preparing policy. There are several enhancement skills are there, and already several government, non-government universities are already have conducted their river research internship program through this way. And that's why I'm saying that is that their most important flagship program of this, that is the Global River Alliance, which I have already been shown. There are several tech initiatives we have taken, that is the connecting youth with the river, because youth is the future, we know. And if we connect the youth with the riverine aspect, with the riverine initiative, with the riverine ecology, then for that we have taken several initiatives. There is the River Youth River Parliament, Save River campaign we have organized every year, and Clean Ganga, and also river perception study along with the riverine heritage work, which is most important, I feel, to conserve the riverine heritages. And within the Clean Ganga river or the Clean River initiatives, I think the major role can we take part, the river recycle. Also, there is a informatics lab we have, and through that lab we have published several policy reports. If you can find it in our publication sites, then you can go through it. There's river recycle zone, and also you'll be happy to know that through this center, we are firstly going to prepare a delta catalog where 30 deltas throughout the world will be curated in the single column of book chapter. And last, that is the most another part, that is the some exclusive river services we have. That river services, through that river services, we can work on different issues related to the river. That is the river master plan design, river health restoration, river canal rejuvenation, wetland inventory, real-time information dashboard, riverside heritage management plan, including the Delta master plan, which we are already associated through the government of West Bengal, particularly in that case. So I think lastly, I must say that there are several initiatives. I am saying that flagship initiatives which I have taken on behalf of SAIARD, and among them, that is the most important, that is the International River Congress. As I mentioned, this River Congress will be hosted by this year by the Nepal government. Along with that, there are several other initiatives we have taken through this River Center, that is the International Delta Summit, River and SDG Policy Dialogue, and International Delta Summit, River SDG Policy Dialogue, River Restoration, Urban Planning. So, and also I have, as a G20 steering committee member, I incorporated river in the next river and EU plan studies as well. So these are the different initiatives you will find. And also, I think in future, there are lots of scope, not only for the industry partners to connect with us, to solve their issues related with us. As a research policy framing think tank, we can support you. And also on behalf of CRA, we are welcoming the partnership, and already you may know that several industry and government and organizations, USA-based organizations, they have joined with us, and also we are looking forward to work together in different riverine related issues. So today we are very happy that River Recycle will go to associate with us, and there will be another association with the River Recycle through which we can solve some real-time solutions. So I think on behalf of SAIARD, it's really great moment for us, and obviously for the upcoming generations. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. So now this is the moment we were waiting for, the MOU signing ceremony. I request Dr. Roy Chaudhary to do the honor with Mr. Ansi Mikola.
So Ansi, this is, we have the dear participants, we have already an MOU with them and River Recycle, and hopefully in coming day, you can be the part of that, our initiative, and you can showcase, we can showcase some points. Definitely we can solve some real-time problems with River Recycle. And in future, as they are basically based from Finland, I think it will be a very good opportunity if we can focus not only in national level river expedition, but also other international river expeditions. So I think Ansi, are you here?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, he is
I
here.
was just on mute.
Okay.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. So I am showing our signing MOU. So
Yep.
yeah, this is our River Recycle and SAIARD and Center for River Affairs. We go to sign MOU, and I think that will be a great moment for us, and we'll be happy to work in coming days, in coming future, and not only through our institutions collaboration, we can support our upcoming generations. Thank you so much, all the participants, for your wide blessings and all that, and your support. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah, Antara.
Thank you on
Yes,
our
sir.
behalf.
Yes. Yes, Ansi, please. Sorry.
Right. We are equally happy for this cooperation and really looking forward to being part of the international coalition and international efforts. We're glad to see our Yashwan joining you in Nepal.
Thank you.
And we are looking forward to all the actual practical activities that follow the signing ceremony today.
Sure, sure. And I will also request you
Jointly.
to be a part of our Global River Alliance, as that
Yep.
through you we can open our wings in Finland to connecting the stakeholders and the government, and we can plan some event. I like International River Congress in Finland as well.
That would be absolutely fantastic. We are
Thank
very
you.
glad to join.
Thank you. Thank you. I will communicate with Veshwan and in future definitely with you. Thank you. Ansi. Yeah, Antara.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I now give the floor to the participants. If you have any kinds of thoughts, anything to share, you can share with us. I can see some raising hands
Yeah, Faisal.
now.
you say
I
that.
think yeah, right.
Okay.
No, they are leaving the meeting, sir. Actually, I saw some participants
Okay.
who were raising
Anyway,
hands.
continue. Please continue.
Anyone else?
If anyone participants from your part would like to know any queries you have, you please ask us.
So, hello, sir.
Yes.
Myself, Mohammad Ateek Nawaz. I'm a student of Jamia Millia Islamia and also a research intern of SAIARD. I would like to ask that, removing the pollution from air or maybe from rivers may not be the only solution. So, how can we involve also the doers or the creators of these things, like awareness or other programs? So, how can we collaboratively create an ecosystem so that everything becomes healthy, the air in India and also the rivers in of the whole world?
So will you ask, is it for me or Asi?
Anyone who wants to answer. You
So
both are an expert at this
I
field.
will request Ansi first. Yeah.
Yep. Right. So I think we need to build an ecosystem and a network of partners to address all the problems. There is no one that can solve all the problems at the same time. Our solution works for the clean river in stopping the solid waste in the rivers and stopping it from going there. It also helps the air, because generally what happens if you don't have good waste management, then waste ends up being burned. And especially if it's burnt on open fire, it's a major source of air pollution, in addition to the CO2 being emitted to the air. So we can help with the air, we can help with the water, but when it comes to chemical pollution, for example, I just have to raise my hands. Our solution doesn't help us in that. So we need other stakeholders, other parties to help in that. And I think that's what this international coalition is all about.
Yeah. And Ateek, I would like to inform you that the Global River Alliance, which we have designed particularly in a holistic thinking way, that river and the riverine economy, riverine ecology, you know that there are lots of industries are there alongside the river. And they have created not only the water pollution, but also the air pollution as well. So that is why I agree with Ansi that there should be an institutional way we should move. And you know that there is no like coastal regulation zone, there is no river regulation zone at all. And we have, through that Global River Alliance, we are looking forward not only to connecting the people of throughout the world, but also have a plan through this Global River Alliance meet to keep some agenda in front of the governments of different countries that you have to be a proper river regulation zone, along with that river restoration plan, river master plan. And if you focused on that's why I'm saying that separately we have cultivated different issues alongside the river. but not in a holistic way. And this is the time we have to think in a holistic manner. And that is why if you have to move, then you have to move through an institutional way. As you mentioned that you are the student from there and you are the interns from here. So, I mean, you represent your institution. So if it is not being an institutional way, should not be possible to solve any problem. And I think in that case, we have developed the center. We are looking forward to your association. I mean, a student like you, those who are thinking in a new modern thinking, you can be the part of that. You can share your ideas and lots of things can be happened. And that things we can connect to the stakeholders. And for that, if we require any technological support, then like River Recycle, there are several organizations who are working in several solution-based model. So I think we can connect them through our River Center, definitely.
I think I have a very good example of how that works in practice. We've just been contacted by a Finnish biogas company, who are facing challenges with finding suitable feedstock. And we, on the other hand, have been having challenges with too much water hyacinth in the rivers. And when you combine the two problems actually become a solution. Because water hyacinth, being a horrible weed as it is, it does grow very fast. So it grows biomass very fast. So it's a solution for carbon negative energy and a feedstock for our change out of the fossil energy system.
Even in case of NC, I'll just draw a line with NC that in case of carbon neutral, carbon sequestration sector, I think river and ecology management is a very important part, and we can focus on it in upcoming year. Even people will be happy to know not only other countries, we are also looking forward to connect the UNEP and UNDP with our upcoming initiatives to the river sector, as that river can be a subject in upcoming UNDP events like COP28 or Earth Summit like event. So there are lots of things can be happen, and that's why I'm requesting to all the young minds, if you have any kind of idea, it's an open platform and a cloud-based platform. You can join, you can share your vision, as that maybe technologically, and she can also get some idea and to develop his technology. We can also get some idea to develop research, our direction, changing the direction points of our research, and we can suggest them to them. And there you can be the interactive session. In the coming interactive session, you can be the lead speaker to solve some problem. And technologically, and see River Recycle will solve it. A research way we can support them. So these collaboration, I just would like to mention that this collaboration is not only between River Recycle and CRA. This collaboration is between us, who are also present in that platform. And if you have any kind of collaboration ideas, if you have any kind of exchange ideas, you can definitely exchange with us. Yeah, NC, sorry.
No, nothing in particular. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so anybody else has any queries or anything to share with us? I don't think so. Okay, now as we come to the end, I kindly request Mr. Yashan D, Area Director, India and Bangladesh, River Recycle, Y Finland, to present the vote of thanks and end today's session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to congratulate all of us actually, because as Vishwajit said that this is not between SAIARD and River Recycle, and we all are stakeholder actually in solving this problem. Otherwise, two people or two organizations cannot resolve this big problem. So I congratulate everybody, and my special thanks to all concerned souls and active minds here who taken out time and joined us. And I'm quite hopeful that they will contribute in this to make it a people's movement actually. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yash.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, so we have come to the end of today's session. My sincere thanks to each and everyone joining with us. And I thank you for taking out your time and sharing your thoughts with us and being a part of this. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
once again, I invite Ansi to visit in Kolkata, and it's a city of joy and the first capital of India. So definitely we would love to visit, and we can, whenever you will plan, I will also invite Yashwant because he is my fellow countryman. So anytime he can come. So if you can join, then we can plan for some river expedition where we can invite the students from other universities too. They can be a part of that.
Excellent.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to it, Yash. Let's
Yes.
look at the calendars.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And we should, Kolkata is already on our, expansion map actually for both
Done,
Right.
Vista
done.
and Ganga.
In coming February, we are planning to organize this river expedition in Chandan Nagar. Chandan Nagar was the for us French colonial part, and there is alongside the river, and there are lots of riverine heritage, riverine ecology you may find. And I think we are looking forward to organize an expedition. Today it has been decided. Then if river recycle can also be the part of that, then we have a plan to connect the state governments as well. So you can share some ideas, municipal governments, then it will be great. If in February we can look for them.
Yeah,
Okay.
great idea. Vishwajit, I would like to share my experience when I was traveling to Bangladesh recently. And when I reached there, officials asked me, how did you like Bangladesh? I said, I don't see any Bangladesh. I see only East Bengal, actually. That's one thing. And then secondly, I'm feeling ashamed because a lot of waste we are sending from India to Bangladesh.
Yeah.
That's a cruel reality, actually. So if
Yeah.
we do something in that area, then yes, I can go there and I said that, yes, I am washing my sins now.
Definitely, and through that platform, I also invited to other participants, those who are not associated with SAIARD, but can be associated. They are part of that, definitely, our family. So you please also join, and whenever we will circulate through our Center for River Affairs website, so you please go through it, and then you can be the part of that team as well, river expedition. So,
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody,
Thank
for
you.
joining.
Have a
And
great
once
day, sir.
again, congratulate Ansi and Yashwant.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Congratulations to
Have
you.
a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You
Nice
too.
weekend. Thank
Have a great weekend.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day. Bye.